So today I want to show you how to make my amazingly easy venison roast recipe. I actually do this right in my slow cooker because I like to be able to roast really low and slow. This is super important. So I'm just starting here by chopping up my veggies and aromatics. I've just got an onion and I peel and I really largely cut up some carrots. I don't like to cut them in too small of pieces because we don't want any soggy veg. That's not good for anybody. And I'm just gonna set those aside in a bowl while I get everything ready. I washed some baby potatoes. I'm not even gonna cut them up. I'm just going to cook them as is, but just give them a little bit of a wash and a dry before I move on to prepare my meat. So again, you can just set those veggies aside. Everything's gonna go in the slow cooker together for like 8 or 9 hours on low. The next thing I'm gonna do is dice up some garlic, lots and lots of garlic for this recipe. Again, lots of aromatics, tons of fresh flavor, no need for like canned or seasoning packets, none of that fake stuff. So now moving on to the roast. We're gonna wanna sear this on all sides. And you can see this is the size of veggies I cut. So back to the searing. So we're gonna wanna sear on all sides. I like to sear in duck fat, but you can use like olive, avocado oil or ghee. And then once it's seared, I go ahead and place it right into my slow cooker. And then I'm ready to add all the rest of my ingredients and just build everything before setting it and forgetting it. I like to add about half the garlic on top of the meat. And then I'm going to just start building more flavor by adding some salt. Just be pretty generous there. The meat does need some salt. Again, quantities are all in the recipe, which is linked below. Then I'm gonna add some pepper. Obviously, you need some S&P. And I make my own venison stock whenever I have bones on hand, but you can use beef stock as well, just get good quality. So you can add that on in. And then I use balsamic vinegar because I like to use something with an acidic component that balances out the flavor of the venison really well. And then Worcestershire sauce goes in as well, rich, meaty flavor, super good. Then for some depth of flavor, I'm gonna add some tomato paste. Just kind of squeeze that on over, about a tablespoon of that. And that really completes a lot of the like liquid or semi-liquid portions. It literally smells ridiculous as you're making this. Then I'm just gonna add my veg right over top. I like to add this on top so the veggies kind of steam. Even though we're cooking for 8 or 9 hours, they're not gonna get soggy if you do it this way. But if they were at the bottom, they would get kind of like mushy and soggy. Nobody wants that. And you saw that I left those in like really big pieces, even the onions. So it's gonna be perfect. I'm just gonna add some dried thyme and some dried parsley. If you have fresh, that's fine, but usually in the winter months I have dried, and that's when I'm making roasts, so that's what I usually call for. But I know some of you keep little winter gardens inside or grab from the store, so whatever floats your boat works. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more salt, and then I'll finish by adding the rest of that garlic that's there. I like to kind of layer the salt and the garlic. Oh yeah, and pepper too. Can't forget the pepper. Super important to have plenty of black pepper. I like black pepper at least. And then this is ready to go. I added the rest of that garlic, which you didn't see in the video. I'm setting this on low, not high. And then it goes for 8 or 9 hours and it's literally falling apart tender. If you want to make a gravy, just add some like cornstarch into the pan drippings, make a little slurry, reduce it down. I like fresh parsley on top, and then drizzle with a little bit of that gravy that you made, and there you go, perfect roast.